one of the awesome things that we released is this concept of plays. And I showed you them by just acting, create opportunity, sending a prospect email. This is all what we have built and called plays. And it's basically automating systems that work. So let's go and put our RevOps hat on, or a little bit of I want the team to run in this way, and I want our voice. Jenny said specifically, to be able to customize the voice.
Right.
Is super important to us because Adobe's a big brand. You need to make sure that you kind of tee up the prospect to understand that we're not just Photoshop.
Yeah.
So I'm going to jump into plays and show you how you can do that. I think, right here, easy as this, shows you exactly how it's going to work. You can send it via Gmail, Outlook, any provider that you need, and you can adjust the prompt here using all of the things that are available to you in Pursuit. So your company, the product that you're selling, the signal description that actually came and alerted the rep, right? You might want to build out the email should have something very specific to that person.
Yeah. They're looking to replace their SIS if it's a school account. They're looking for a drone as a first responder initiative. Whatever they just got a grant approved for this cyber project. Whatever those signal descriptions are, I think it's critical to be able to push that into the outreach that you're doing.
Yep. So that's one thing, how to control your voice. Now, let's say we're like, okay, we're ready to go. We're ready to go full autopilot. This is what EM1 did and has started booking incredible amounts of meetings. And I'll walk you through how that would work. So one, you just go ahead, you create a sequence. How many number of emails do you want to send? Let's go with 3. And that starts you off into this email sequence builder. And this allows you to create the first touch, the follow-up email, a breakup email, whatever flow that you think works great. And it comes out of the box with ones that we've seen work really well. And here's a live preview using a signal that one of your reps, since you've been using Pursuit, has actually got. So this is a real signal for one of our CIAM and WIC products. And in the body, you're able to control the AI, the messaging. You can hard code a calendar link in there. You really have full control, and I just wanted to show how this would work. And by the way, once you enable this, you can have this automatically send the emails once a radar signal comes in.
Yeah. You said something that's really important. You said hard code. And I think this is something that go-to-market teams often wonder, because there's a definite structure that they want their emails to follow that they've proven to work.
Yep.
They don't want it to go off the rails and just start inventing things and hallucinating. So there's kind of this weird and challenging mix between something that is AI generated and non-deterministic versus no, we just want to hard code this in.
Yeah.
So I think, show us an example of that.
So for example, everything in the squiggly line star is telling AI, go and do your magic. But for example, and I said tell a joke about the buying signal. Why did the records modernization grant go to therapy? It had too many identity issues.
That's actually pretty good.
I don't know if it was that good. Okay, but then you're always like, okay,
it's a dad joke.
JK, that was a joke. Here's my calendar. Please book me, right? So that, here's my calendar, please book me, will never change. It's in the sequence and you have full control over it. You can remove all of the AI out of it. You can put AI into any spot you want. And yeah, that's what I meant by hard coding.
So it's a hybrid of stuff that humans specifically tested and say we want the email to have this in it. We want it to start hi so-and-so, end thanks, whatever.
Yep.
Include this text around the URL. But then because you don't want to just have this garbage, spray and pray, you want it to be dynamically infused with what is the signal, right?
Yep.
So I think that's awesome.
Sweet. So we're the demo's halfway over. I want to show a couple of more things. And real quick, I just want to walk through super advanced mode and show you all of the things. Your imagination can go crazy here and you can build whatever you want. Whenever a rep clicks on a radar signal, automatically create the sales opportunity and automatically send it via Gmail, right? You can do anything, and you can see we have all of these, send a Slack message, log the email to Salesforce. All of these actions are built with integrations to your system in mind.
And by the way, once that's set up, typically as part of implementation, we work with RevOps or a sales leader on your side to come up with what are the plays that you want to have. And then once you set these up, I think it's important to connect the dot back to the radar thing. Then you literally like have a button click to do this.
I'll go back into Inbox and just show that one more time. But every play that gets created here, now you can now access it. Any rep can access it.
Yeah.
So one other thing I want to show is our MCP. I think this has been something that we've heard from a lot of customers is we want to access via our AI harnesses. We have a whole system built into place that's where everybody wants to be AI forward and everybody should. And we have these harnesses that are connecting to hundreds of different systems, and we've put in a lot of work to make our AEs and our systems agentic.
Gong, Salesforce, our product documentation, our help docs, all of it.
Yeah, battle cards, all of the things.
Right.
And so inside of our integrations, which you can see there's a bunch here, if you scroll down, you can connect it to any of, the foundational models and more. Any harness that supports an MCP, you can do this. And what the MCP gives you access to is literally everything that I showed you through Claude. You can get access to the research workbooks. You can get access to the signals. You can search entities
Hold on,
in
time
rich
out. What's
context.
a research workbook? Just say it.
It's where you go and you can do really deep research. You can do your account scoring in.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on demoing.
No, I'm not saying demo it. I'm just saying that's something we've talked about in the last release.
Yeah.
Was how you can use basically AI within Pursuit to go create a territory plan, map your whole
It's something
TAM.
that Jenny and her team uses to go and identify, hey, have they done any digitization for documents? Like go and do the deep research using our proprietary
Has there been a
crawler and
leadership
web search
turnover in the
agents.
last 18 months? When's the contract expire? Is
Yep.
there a compliance mandate? All that stuff.
So I can walk through setting up the MCP. I think it's as easy as going to and figuring out where you set it up in your harness. You add the connector, you go ahead, you add a custom one, and you copy and paste that in, and you're good to go. And then I pre-built this. I can run it live. I just know we're running out for time here. But you can see, do some research using Pursuit on the city of Abilene.
Abilene, you got it.
I have a problem announcing cities. It's an inside joke here. But you can see that it's literally gone and accessed all of Pursuit's data, something that you might have done research on in one of your workbooks, and it gives you everything you need to know here. And I think this is super important, not only if you're living in this agentic world, but also if you're on the road. Like, if Claude has a great app, and a lot of people talk about this. So like, you're an AE who's driving around and talking to people. You need that ready for you to give a good conversation.
Totally. You're at a conference and you see the city manager for Dubuque, Iowa, and you're like, what is Dubuque doing related to whatever you sell? Drone as first responder. And then it's got the whole context right there.
Yep.